Okay, Shalom. Uh, I'd like to start by saying, all praises be to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakwadash. Double honor unto the elder apostles, the elder bishops of Great Millstone, who rule well and taught us his truth. Salutations unto the sincere Arkim out there pushing the word in truth and in sincerity. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Barakatham. And this is a real quick, impromptu video. As you can see in the title, be prepared for people you know to spin the block. We are about to be elevated. Okay, because look, man, I'm just coming straight in this video, man. You know what I'm saying, bro? Fuck these people in this world, man. Straight up, man. Just fuck these people, bro. That's just what it is, man. This is just a simulation, and we're all just here, and people think this is the gig. We're here and that, but we know that we're pilgrims. The scriptures say that be as pilgrims upon the earth. We know that this ain't really living, this ain't life. We don't enjoy this kingdom. As the scripture says, we seek for one to come, right? And pretty much as the second half of the title says, we're about to be elevated, man. We're about to be elevated. Okay. And when I say that, I'm speaking in terms of in the sight of people, in the sight of men, women, children, everybody. We're about to be elevated, man. Straight up, man. But first you have to go through humiliation. First you have to go through pain and suffering and things of that nature. But that's cool, because that's not how it ends. That's just the process of being built up. But we're going to be elevated, and the first person to be elevated is going to be Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai got brought to the councils, and that he said, "You shall see this the Son of Man sitting at the right hand of power." In other places, the scripture says, "For I will not meet thee as a man." So Yahweh Shai has been elevated, but that's going to be made known to the whole world when he comes back. He ain't just some dude that you put on a cross and then cut down when he's dead, and then that's it. You just get to walk off into the sunset. You don't get to fucking walk off into the sunset, bro. What did the Lord say? The Lord said, even those who pierced him. So in the reincarnation, that dude's back. Probably in the American military or something, man. And that guy's gonna be on the scene, yeah, when Yahweh Shai comes back. And Yahweh Shai is gonna fucking eliminate him, man. Amongst many others. Alright? Because brothers brothers be going through shit, and and people don't get you and that in the world, and then they think certain things, they say certain things and that. And it's like, cool, whatever, man. You just don't get it. By the end of the day, so what? They are gonna get it. They're gonna get it at the return of Yahweh Shai. When we're elevated, yeah, bro, people are gonna spin the block, man. That could be your parents, disregarded you. "Oh, I'm ashamed of you, boy," and what you're into. They're gonna spin the block if they're still alive. That could be other family members, siblings, whatever the case may be. They're gonna spin the block. It could be a woman. For many brothers, it could be a woman or a couple of women. They're gonna spin the block. Women gonna spin the block regardless, but I'm talking about people that treated you like shit or put you through certain circumstances and scenarios, man. The scripture says that, 7 women shall take hold of 1 man. You think these women, they gonna be running to these fucking niggas and that? They're gonna be running to you, bro. Because you're gonna be alright. Whilst everyone is out here getting fucked up, you're gonna be protected, Abarazah. And they're gonna come searching you out, And for some of them, they're gonna get with the brothers, and for others, it's gonna be too late. Nah, I'm not interested. You gotta fend for yourself, which ultimately ends in death, however long you survive. But be prepared, brothers, for people to spin the block, man. Okay, the biggest "I told you so" is coming. It could be a boss at work treating you like shit, Because living in this kingdom, man, after a while, man, you know the truth. it almost becomes unbearable, man. Like, what the fuck is this shit, man? You know, like, what the hell is this, bro? But it's okay, because the narrative isn't an everlasting one. The narrative is gonna change. You know, this downtrodden, this misunderstood, this, you know, you're weird or whatever, people just treating you whatever. That's not an everlasting narrative. The everlasting narrative is being elevated, man. Being joint heirs with Yahweh Shai. Okay. Power, man. You know. In the lives we live, man, the Lord, every brother, the Lord knows how to deal with every brother, of course. But it's like the Lord be putting brothers through things where it's like, you know what? This gonna make you desire the kingdom more. You know? This gonna make you desire the kingdom of heaven more, bro. You know? You know, it is what it is. You know? But all the pain we go through, all the, whatever it is, and things of that nature, it's cool, man. It's actually good, because the scripture says, the trial of your faith worketh patience, but let patience have a perfect work. You get into the word patience, it means suffering, man. You know, brother's got to suffer with health conditions, financial issues, whatever's going on, you know. But at the end of the day, it's all cool. The scripture says, count it all joy, because we're about to be gods, man. I seen this, Yahweh said that, Yahweh Shai said that, is it not in your law that ye are God, it's written ye are gods, man? We are gods, but we're caught up in these chains of darkness, man. Okay. But the time is coming where that's gonna change. We're gonna be changed, man. The protection of the Lord is gonna, we're already under the protection of the Lord, but it's gonna become more apparent. Scripture says that when the enemy shall come in like a flood, I'm quoting the scriptures, man. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, then shall the Lord lift up a standard against him. That spiritual power, divine intervention in various ways for brothers. Some brothers gonna get the spiritual power, divine intervention, okay? And it's gonna be seen, man. It's gonna be seen like, yo, how come your lights are on in your house? Talk about blackouts and that. How come your lights are on? How come you got food? How come you're cool? How come you don't look fucked up like everybody else? Because the protection of the highest is gonna be over brothers, man, and sisters, and the elect children as well. Scripture speaks about the elect lady and children and that. But the protection is gonna be over brothers, man. And all the people that thought, oh, yeah, you ain't a nobody or this or that, or disregarded you, took the piss, they're gonna have to be held accountable. Oh shit. You mean to tell me he's a man of God? Or you mean to tell me he's this and raw? Let me check for you, like in England, man, they got that phrase, that saying, oh, what you saying? Like, what you saying is like a way of, it's basically saying, hey, what's up, man? Yeah, what you saying, man? Don't worry what the fuck I'm saying. It's too late now, nigga. I ain't got nothing to say to you. No, because you was into that Hebrew thing. What's the name of the Lord? Yahweh something. Yahweh Shai. Because the Lord ain't going to even have them say the name. What's the name again? Oh, Yahweh Shai. How'd you say it? Yeah, because you was... Yeah, I always knew you was talking the truth, What did the scripture say? The scripture says that I will cause the tongue of thy mouth to cleave to the roof of that jaw, roughly paraphrasing, man. Meaning that the Lord is gonna take the spirit of prophesying off of the prophets, man. The famine of the word. But people gonna be seeking it. They shall run to and fro, but shall not hear the word of the Lord. That's in the prophecies. Yeah, no, because just tell me what the name of God is again, and Yahweh, Yah, Shai, something like that. Yeah, Yeshua, yeah. And the scripture says, I will mock when your fear and calamity cometh. So the Lord gonna take the spirit of prophesying and put a spirit of mockery on the prophets. We gonna take the piss out of these people. I don't know what the name is. You tell me what the name is. We gonna mock these niggas out here. You know? All of a sudden, women wanting to behave, you know. Oh, shalom, brother, please. You know. You got some ex from like 8 years ago. Oh, baby. Hey, don't call me baby. Oh, no, but don't be like that, baby. It was a misunderstanding. I want to work it out now. Fuck you, ho. Straight up, man. You know? Okay? No matter who it is, man. People gonna be spinning the block. Family members, women, you know, people you know, associates in the world, ex-friends, whatever the case may be. People gonna be trying to spin the block on brothers, man. And we're at that time. You know, we ain't talking about another 10 years to go. We're talking a matter of months. Now, brothers, you know, okay? A matter of months. We out of this bitch, man. 12 months, 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, 24 months, whatever. We know that we're at the end, man. Okay? Straight up, we're at the fucking end, bro. So be prepared for people to spin the block, man. And if anything, it will just prove, you know what? Yeah, man, I was right. And now you know I was right. And no, you cannot join. Now, hey, the scripture says, you know, I'll have mercy on whom I have mercy. If the Lord has mercy on a woman through you, and she spins the block, and you get with her, fine. But for the most part, these men, these women, you know, when I say men, I'm talking about like friends that you may have had, people you may have known in the world, male guys, whatever, or women spinning the block. You know, not all applications, just because the scripture says 7 women, talking about a complete number, right? It doesn't mean every application is going to be accepted, you know. Some applications will be accepted, other applications will be, nah, sorry. On this occasion, you didn't pass the process. Your application's been unsuccessful, you know. And don't be women hungry, man. You know, just, you know, any box that comes away, oh yeah, I'll take it, yeah. Nah, man, learn to say no from now to certain people, man. Because in that day, you can't be rolling around with liabilities. Book of Eli, what did Eli say to the woman? You know, you cannot be with me, you know. You slow me down. And eventually, she kept being persistent. He just let her roll, man. But she had to be on point to roll with Eli, man. So it's the same thing. You ain't just gonna let any women roll with you. They gotta be on point, bro. So yeah, man, that's it. Be prepared for people to spin the block. It is what it is. We're in that time, man. You know, we're in that time, bro. We're about to be elevated, you know. Camp is a beautiful thing. It's the fundamental point of our ministry, giving diligence to make our calling and election sure. But this thing is bigger than camp. This thing is bigger than videos. This thing is bigger than putting on a garment and linking up with Arkham and that. That's right for its proper time, which is now. But the truth is bigger than camp day. This is fucking life or death, man. This is salvation or death. Not making it on the first go around. You know? You know? Don't look at the truth like it's just, oh, the truth is only a thing. It's only a thing when I have my garment on or when I'm on video. This is life. This is real life, bro. This is real life, man. Yeah, I got the garment on, oh, it's truth time. Nah, man. You know? You brothers understand what I mean when I say this. Fuck the garment, man. You know? Because you got niggas in garments. The real garment you want to have on is the garment of truth. You know? The scriptures speak about that in Revelations. For they were not naked. For they had their garment, man. That's talking about the truth. That's what you want. You know? Yeah, see there's a Quan in here. Shalom. Yabashim Yashai Brakatah Zakwan, man. You know, Kala Yabashim Yashai. That's what you want, man. The garment of truth, bro. Now I gotta act right because I'm in front of the camera, man. Fuck the camera, man. Camera time is almost over, man. Soon done. This is life or death. What you did is what you did. And what you didn't do is what you didn't do. It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. That's what we say over here in the UK. It is what it is, and it ain't what it fucking ain't, bro. Simple as that, man. You know. So I'm gonna wrap it up there. That's pretty much the point. You know. Hey man, people about to spin the block, and we're about to be elevated. This downtrodden side character, take the piss out of him, nothing's gonna happen to me, walk off into the sunset narrative. That's not it. We're about to be elevated by Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Alright, so I'm gonna wrap it up there, man. You know, all praises be to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, B'Shem Dash. Yeah. Again, double on to the elder apostles, the elder bishops at Great Millstone, who taught us his truth and who rule well. And I'll catch you brothers in the next show. Yeah, man. Shalom.